how to earn $75K per month with the direct mail postcard system. Guys, my name is Rick Ginn, and I gotta confess to you, I love direct mail, and I'm gonna share with you a little dirty secret on how to crush everybody in direct mail and beat everyone to the punch to get the best wholesaling deals. But before I get into it, do me a favor. Can you please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so others can learn how direct mail works with wholesaling. So I know what you're thinking, oh my God, he's a direct mail guy. First and foremost, I will do anything to get a wholesaling deal. But I will tell you this, most people that don't understand direct mail get the worst misconceptions about it. I tried it, it doesn't work, it's old school, it's expensive, it's slow. And you know what? They're not completely wrong with those statements. But here's the problem is they're getting their information from people who tried it once and quit. Do not take advice from quitters. And I'm here to tell you the reasons why I like direct mail is number one, it's completely scalable. If you want to do this all by yourself and you want to get a ton of leads directly in your pipeline for your wholesaling business, look no further than direct mail. Number two, it's legal. We have all these issues with texting, with calling people, the do not call list. There's always about compliancy. A ringless voicemail is pretty much dead and outlawed. Here's the one thing, direct mail is 100% legal. You cannot get in trouble doing it as long as you're making a legal and ethical offer in your postcard. The next thing is you can just click a button and somebody else does all the work for you. When I started out in 2003, I had to do the whole damn thing myself. It was terrible. It was miserable. My wife licking stamps, my kids sealing envelopes. I gave little old lady arthritis handwriting my envelopes. We did it all. And I am telling you in 2024, never before, you can pick up your phone, click two buttons, and drop 20,000 pieces of mail. Yes, you have to pay for it, but that's how easy it is. It's never been easier than in 2024 to load a direct mail campaign for your wholesaling business. Now, I had to learn early on that the money I put in direct mail, I stopped looking at it as a cost. So in the beginning, everyone looks at direct mail, oh my God, it's $2,000 or $3,000. Listen, how much would it cost you to get to 10,000 doors if you had to pay someone to go there? You have to look at direct mail not as a cost, as an investment. And once you flip that understanding on it, you realize if I don't put the $3,000 in, I can't get my 4 or 5 times return. So I know every time I put in $3,000, I'm getting $12,000 to $15,000 back. Think about it. I look at it as an investment. So if I don't put the $3,000 in, I'm going to cost my business money. It took me a year to wrap my head around it. I always look at it as a cost and it was painful. If you want to work with me, I'm going to show you how to switch your thinking from cost to investment when it comes to direct mail. Now, the truth of it, people are like, what's the return on direct mail? Here's the truth on direct mail that most people won't tell you. You have to commit to it for at least 90 days. If you're not going to do a 90-day direct mail campaign, don't even bother starting because most people fail in month 1 because they don't do month 2 or 3. You see, direct mail takes time. It is slow. I'm the first to admit it, but it builds momentum. And as the mail starts going out, people start calling you a month or 2 after the fact. This is why it takes a while to do it. So make sure you have enough money to do 3 months of direct mail. If you don't, save up to it, do some more wholesale deals, and build it up. So if your budget is to spend $2,500 a month, you need to set aside $7,500 and commit to a 90-day plan. Now, 90 days is still a short time frame, but you should be able to get a deal under contract within 90 days. Most people try the one and done method, and it will never work in direct mail. And honestly, commit to 3 months, and then after you do 3 months, commit to an entire year. Trust me, you will thank me later. I've been doing direct mail for over 16 years, and it has never disappointed. So people always say, hey, Rick, what should I expect for a direct mail return? Well, if you'll commit to the 90-day program, you should expect a minimum of a 2 times return. And honestly, that's not bad for somebody just starting out. So if you put $3,000 in direct mail, the idea is you should be able to spit out $6,000 within 90 days. Now, keep in mind, it might be a wholesale deal under contract. These things take time depending on the title and the seller and all sorts of issues you and me don't control. But think about this. If you put $3,000 in and you could get $6,000 out, you would do it all day. If you believe in yourself and you believe in wholesaling and you want to set up a scalable system, that's where we start and target. Now, as you get better each quarter, your return should go up by 1. So in the second quarter, you should be getting a 3 times return. The third quarter, a 4 times return. And by the end of that year in 4 quarters, you should be achieving a 5 times return minimum. Now, My return after doing it 16 years hovers around an 8x return, meaning if I put in $3,000, I expect to get a minimum of $24,000 to $25,000 out. Now, let me let you in a little secret, because some of you get like really like, oh, I got this figured out. You get a couple deals on direct mail. Say you're spending $3,000 a month and you go, okay, I'm going to spend $6,000 and that means I'm going to double my income in my return. It doesn't work out that way. You have to scale up sequentially. So I teach people to go from $3,000 to $4,500 to $5,000, because remember, when the leads come in, you have to answer the phones. I want you to answer them live because they're more authentic and you can connect with them. You don't have to chase customers down. But as you increase your lead flow, you have to be able to answer phones, go on appointments, do the follow-ups. So you might have to bring in some help. You do not want to outspend your direct mail. Trust me on this. But guys, starting out at 2 times return and get you to 5 times return, if you give me from 90 days to 365 days, you can easily get there with my direct mail program. So here's what my 16 years of data that I figured out from direct mail. Here are the 2 biggest complaints we get. You ready for this? And this is millions and millions of mail pieces. Number 1, take me off your list. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Listen, I mail to everyone. It's legal. There's nothing against the law of mailing to you. Number 2, what's your offer? I got to thinking, I go, wait a minute. I go, that's perfect right there. What's your offer? And then I remember the old school gurus and they still teach to this day, whoever speaks first loses in wholesaling. Okay, so let's do the opposite. If everyone's going to keep their mouth shut up to the appointment, let's just give them the offer. And that's how we came up with the Flip with Rick offer postcard, and we put it directly on the postcard. You see, let me explain the game of direct mail. It only has one goal. Everything else is a huge distraction. If you try to spell all your services and how wonderful you are on the postcard, you struck out, because your prospect has no reason to engage you because they already know everything you do and they've already prejudged that they don't need you. Don't be like this person. The more you see on a postcard, in my opinion, the worse the solicitation is, because number 1, people were going to judge a postcard in about 4 to 5 seconds. So if you have like paragraphs on front and back, they're just going to throw it away. Number 2, you have to create curiosity among your prospects. How do you create curiosity? They all want to know what their house is worth. So when you put a number on there, regardless of what number you put it on, you made it personal, and people feel obliged to call you because you got the number wrong, or like, hey, I want to get this number. Can you help me out with it? And they call you. Remember, I attack direct mail with curiosity. If there's no curiosity, there's no reason for the prospect to call you. So there's one rule in direct mail. Get your prospect to engage you, meaning have them call you. If you don't have some sort of hook on there for them to call you, they're not going to call you. And people are obsessed with the value of their home. Basic guys, Zillow, Zestimate, people are obsessed with it. I have people calling me all the time. You got your number wrong. Once they call, it's simple as this. I'm the wholesaler. I'm now going to qualify you. And if you target the right list that we teach you, the government list, pulling the high equity list, doing the vacant list, the tired landlord list, you pair up the Flip with Rick offer postcard with these type of lists, the sky's the limit, guys. You're going to get an abundance of leads, and you're going to do what every other wholesaler's not doing. Remember, they were taught, keep your mouth shut till you meet with them. I'm just going to give them the number. Now, guys, here's the secret is I don't care what the number is on that postcard. We've come up with a formula that we think works the best and gets people to call you. Once they call you, it's your job just to qualify them and decide if you're going to go out and meet them with an appointment. How do we do that? We decide if they're a motivated seller. If there's enough motivation and they want to take enough of a discount, we set the appointment, we write the wholesale contract, and we rinse, repeat, and we do this over and over. Now, here's the good news. The Flip with Rick offer postcard, we do everything for you. You just set the percentage you want to make your offer, and it's that simple. Pair it up with the right list, guys. Direct mail is extremely powerful. And remember, curiosity kills the cats. By giving people the offer, which no other wholesaler wants to do, you are way ahead of the game. But here's what people typically do when it comes to direct mail. They do a set it, forget it. I've been guilty of this. I did the Google images for almost 4 or 5 years in a row. I did a handwritten postcard. I actually came up with this. I developed it. I had a lot of people like mimic and copy my idea. And the problem is when everyone's doing it, it doesn't work anymore. And so you constantly have to be on top of it in direct mail. That's why I love the offer postcard. The other one is the urgent notice. It's like sometimes on a red and a yellow letter. Here's the problem. It's very deceptive, and you can actually get in trouble from the United States Postmaster by doing deceptive marketing practices. And I strongly advise against doing that, because scaring clients is the last way you want to get a wholesale deal. Or you can do the latest trick in the book, which is the check offer, which is supposed to be an offer for the house that looks like a check. Here's the problem. Everybody assumes it's a scam. People don't like it. It doesn't seem real. And the last thing you want to do is start off with mistrust with your motivated sellers. That's why the Flip with Rick offer postcard solves all this. We engage them with a simple offer. We give them a phone number to call, and we make it very, very simple, and they talk to a live person. As opposed to all these other gimmicks that wholesalers go through and nobody answers the phone live. This is why you can absolutely crush your competition with this. So guys, be different than every other wholesaler when it comes to direct mail. Number one, have a plan. Stick to it 90 days. If you'll do 90 days, I can make anybody successful in direct mail. So if you pair it up with the right list, you create curiosity with the offer postcard, and you answer your phone lives, you can crush direct mail and make it completely scalable and make it such a scalable event. You can do it all by yourself. You can get some additional help, and you can have a steady stream of wholesaling leads coming in your pipeline. If you want to learn more on how to take advantage of the Flip with Rick offer postcard, go to fwrpostcard.com and learn how to take advantage of this amazing thing called direct mail, specifically the Flip with Rick offer postcard. And as usual, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so other people can find out how to use direct mail in their wholesaling business. Guys, this is Rick Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.